Perfect. Okay. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Futon Talks. I am your host, Christopher Midling, joined as always by my best friend, the Grand Slam himself, Joshua Castro.
Oh my gosh, what an introduction. Thank you.
Yes. And joining us today, a very special guest, the Lumberjack Breakfast himself, Trent Lenkarski.
Hello, that's me. I'm Trent.
Wow.
It's so fantastic to have you with us.
Thank you. It's cool to be here.
Of course. How's your day been so far?
Pretty good. Haven't really done too much. I made a good breakfast.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't really do much. I played some Animal Crossing and took a shower and did a little bit of a collab, and now I'm here.
Wow.
Perfect. Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
That is a peaceful life.
Mhm.
That's good. The Animal Crossing too? I
Yeah.
know you were a businessman. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you showered. I showered as well, coming off of work. I wanted to smell good for you and Josh. So
I wanted to smell good for you guys too, yeah.
yeah.
I washed my hair in the sink. I kind of feel like I didn't prepare for this now.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Is it old water from like leftovers last night or something?
Yeah, that's
your dishes soak.
It's actually the bowl that we like mixed some raw chicken in. Just kind of stuck my head
Okay,
in
perfect. It looks great.
it. Thank you. I tried my best.
Natural. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a couple get to know you questions before we get into the main topic, which if you've read the thumbnail or seen it, we're talking about breakfast, the most important meal of the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
But Trent,
Yes.
your voice is so gentle.
Thank you.
It's like a hug. I was wondering if you'd be comfortable yelling at me and Josh, raising your voice. I want to hear it.
I don't know that I physically can, so.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, I'm scared. But also,
What should I
confident.
say? What should I yell at you?
Oh, you can make fun of my red hair. The red hair is a good one. I'm used to that.
Oh, I don't want to make fun of that.
Okay.
I like it.
It's too nice.
It's too good.
Okay.
Like
So then,
yeah.
Josh.
Am I yelling at you?
Oh, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys want to yell at me? You guys can yell at me if you want.
Impossible. You're too nice. I'd feel bad.
That's okay. You can yell.
Trent,
At me. Yes.
Oh, he's got it.
you're so nice.
Sorry.
all.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm so nice. I didn't mean to.
The softest yell.
I know.
Soft as silk.
I hate that about myself.
It's my cross to bear. It's my burden. I know.
It's your burden to bear.
Yes.
Okay. We'll move on. Let's talk a little bit about video games.
Okay.
Hello.
We were wondering about your childhood video games.
Oh.
Like, what were the games that you played a lot as a young tyke,
Mhm.
as a young lad?
Yeah. So growing up, I didn't have a ton of game systems. I had like two main ones, and computer. But my two main game systems were PS2 and Game Boy Advance.
Hello.
Nice.
And then on PC, I only remember playing two games on PC. One was like a Tonka truck thing where you were on the moon or something. I don't remember. It might have been a fever dream, but I think that was one of them. And then the other was like a Matchbox thing where you were like a police car and a fire truck.
Yes.
You just drive around this little town. But on PS2, my main game was like Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
like my main one. Yeah.
The essential. Yeah.
The original one.
I love it.
Yeah. And then
That's awesome.
the first Battlefront also.
Nice.
I always remember when you zoom into like the map you're going to fight on, it's like boop, 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 boop,
Yeah. Dude, the conquest system in that game was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved playing as the Ewoks versus the stormtroopers.
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite.
Oh, man.
You gotta throw
I forgot
rocks and
about that.
sticks at them.
Yeah. Oh, that game was awesome.
Yeah.
Did that?
Very nice.
I have a question for you about PC, about computers. Because
Okay.
I think that growing up and around the same time when we all did with computers, it was very different to play on a computer than it was, today. Because some
Yeah.
kids grow up and they play on PC and it's like the same thing as playing on a console almost.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that for me, my computer was not meant to play video games. It was like the family computer,
Yes.
to like do random like family history and like stuff like that,
Yep.
And so it was very weak. And my parents didn't let me play video games very much. So any games I got were like essentially viruses and like ROMs and stuff. Did you ever download something that like broke your computer?
I don't think so. I don't.
You were responsible.
No, I just wasn't smart enough to know that I could do that.
Oh, Google was my friend and my foe. So
Yeah. That's funny you said. I remember the computer I used. It was, the old fashioned one. So it's like this thick, It's like, the screen's like this big, but the computer itself is like longer than
It goes into the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I remember that. And it's all like,
Well, very good.
yeah.
We had a PS2. We had like the little slim one.
I still have it.
And, oh, very nice.
Yes.
You're a lucky guy. I don't have my Battlefront 2 anymore, but I still have my Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2.
wow.
I don't know if you ever played the Dragon Ball Z games, but
I have not. I'm sorry.
PlayStation was my Dragon Ball console pretty much.
Did you watch anime as a kid or like other cartoons or like weird cartoons? I'm trying to think of like, the cartoons that come on at like 6 a.m.
Mm.
Did you ever watch anything where looking back, you're like, what the heck was I watching? Like such bizarre shows.
I don't think so. Oh, Invader Zim. That show is like kind of messed up. Like,
What was the deal?
I don't know. I forget what the channel was called, but it was like they would show the older Nickelodeon. I was born in '97, so like,
Oh, we're the same age.
oh, nice.
That's crazy. You look like you
cool.
could be my father.
Thank you. I've
In a
been told
good
I'm
way.
very grandfatherly, even though I'm 24.
That's interesting. Skipping a generation. I feel that though.
Yeah. What was it? But yeah, I would watch like the older Nickelodeon shows, like Rocko's Modern Life. I love that show.
Yeah.
That, and then like Invader Zim, those kind of shows. I don't know if those are like the weird ones. I guess I don't know.
They're weird.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. That's got some
Yeah.
disturbing imagery.
I love when they used to just, try to break children out the gate.
Yeah,
It was good. Those were better times.
Mhm.
Oh,
That was
those
like-
cartoons are funny.
Yeah.
There's also like Goosebumps.
Mhm.
What was
That show was always
watched
weird.
Yeah.
That made me uncomfortable all the time.
Mhm.
You remember like Bakugan, Chris?
That was after I stopped watching cartoons, kind of.
That's bad because you're younger than me and I watched it. So Bakugan and like Beyblades and like the Yu-Gi-Oh shows. Wow.
I remember Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh was good.
I remember Yu-Gi-Oh 2000, the movie.
Oh.
I owned multiple copies. It was amazing. I was so excited about it.
Nice.
Well, damn.
That's interesting.
Saddened to hear I'm the only weird one, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. I didn't.
Hey,
I didn't really watch a lot
sorry.
of those shows. No, no problem.
oh, I was just going to point out, is that a Sabian
Yes.
poster on your wall?
Yes.
Are you a drummer?
I used to be.
Oh, okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Me too.
Cool. I've done like music stuff like most of my life. I started in like elementary school band in like 5th grade, I think is when we started. Yeah, I've been like a percussionist since then. I did like marching band all through middle school, high school, college.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a drum set for a little while. I don't know. It wasn't really for me. Too loud, I suppose, but yeah.
That makes sense.
Too much like yelling.
I played a lot of like marimba and like vibraphone, like auxiliary percussion, and I really like doing that stuff. But, yeah.
Very nice.
That's exciting. I don't even know what those things are, so that's really cool.
They're like, it's like piano, but like wood, and you hit it.
Oh, it's like the little thingy that you like hit with the little lollipops.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Mallets. Yeah.
Mallets.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I have a little segment that I have for you, but I think Josh has a certain question for you.
Oh yes, I almost forgot.
I don't want to forget about it because it's an interesting question.
I said we like to loosen up on this show. We like to help people let go of their inhibitions, perhaps. And there's something in my life that had been relatively formative. And before I went through this portion of my life, so to speak, I was very shy about farting and pooping. I don't know if this came from my father. My father is like, I don't think he's ever pooped. He's a very private man, you know. And so I kind of gained that through him. But then I did this thing called a mission for my church, where you go for 2 years and you live with another guy who's about your age, and you go and you try to teach people, you know, how to find happiness through Jesus Christ and stuff like that. But you're sequestered for long periods of time living with another guy who's usually between 18 and like 25, you know, that age range. And I was uncomfortable with pooping and farting. I was like, if I'm going to the bathroom, I want people to be asleep. Like, I don't want anyone to know. I don't want anyone in the neighborhood to be awake.
It's a secret.
That was my attitude.
Yeah.
But they all changed that because they were all horrible. And they would just like, you know, like fart on you, and they'd like poop, and they'd talk to you while they were pooping. Ridiculous at the time. But I got very used to it, and it has shaped my life in a way where I'm much more open now. And I think it's because of the poop. And I didn't realize that I'd changed until I was at the store with my wife the other day. And she said she had to go to the bathroom. I was like, go poop. It's here. There's a bathroom everywhere. There's a public restroom for you. She wouldn't do it. And this caused me to reflect. There's like tons of people who refuse to poop unless they're in their home. What are your thoughts on pooping outside the home? Whether that's like actually outside of a house, or whether it's in a porta potty, or whether it's in a restaurant, or whether it's in a store. How do you feel about the poop?
Are you asking me like my overall thoughts on this, or what I do?
Big picture, 1,000 feet up. Thoughts on pooping outside of the home.
Oh man, I can only speak from my personal experience, I guess, but I prefer to be at home.
Interesting.
When I'm doing that, yeah. It's kind of
I
like
see.
if you have to, if you're out and about and you have to. But
so it only comes from necessity.
Yes. Survival.
As it should.
I can't help but notice that you treat pooping like the people in Harry Potter treat Voldemort. You know what?
Yeah.
You're afraid to say the name, perhaps.
Pooping.
Oh my gosh!
I'll say it again.
In my boots.
I'll say it again.
Do it! Don't you do it! I need you to. I need you to be brave.
Pooping.
I feel like we've grown today. What about you, Chris? I feel like you're a public pooper.
No.
See, you guys are all cowards.
Yeah. Yes.
We've talked about this, Josh. I have cleaned bathrooms. I know what goes on in public bathrooms.
Oh no.
I would say he's got some awful stories.
I'm good. So I work night crew at a grocery store, and if we don't have a floor crew, and if I need to go, which usually I have to poop at night because my diet is all messed up from being reversed. So I will go with like a spray bottle and a rag, and I'll clean it and sanitize it before I use it.
You're insane.
I don't care.
Nice.
No, it's just
You're insane.
I can't.
Dude.
No, I can't. No, it's something is cozy about the home
Mm-hmm.
or a friend's house. I'm fine with,
Ooh,
doing
really?
the deed at a friend's house, but
I think I'd rather poop in a McDonald's than at a friend's house. Because, like, I don't owe anything to McDonald's. If I, like, destroy their bathroom, that's their problem.
that's a good point.
You know?
That's a good point. And I've done that.
But if I destroy, like, Trent's, I'm going to feel horrible. And I'm going to feel obligated to fix it.
And if it like smells really bad, then we're like hanging out. Then it's like, oh, now it smells bad. I wonder why it smells bad now.
Or like, what was he doing in there for like a half hour waiting for it to not smell anymore? As if it changes anything.
Wow, I didn't know this about you, Chris.
And I could make it awkward and be like, oh, I'm just going to go turn the fan on in the bathroom after you've used it.
Dude, speaking
Just
of
make it work.
spread it,
Circulate it throughout the entire house.
I want to know from you guys, like, for me personally, I don't know what this says about me, but I turn the fan on whenever I go to the bathroom, not because of smell. I'm not worried about it smelling. I don't want people to hear the turds hitting the water. That's like what bothers me most. Like, I don't want people to hear the plopping. That bothers me more than anything.
I get that. I do that sometimes.
There we go.
If I know there's someone in the room next to it, then usually I'm like, yeah, I'll just turn the fan on. Like, why not?
They don't need
Run
to
the
hear this.
sink. Yeah, I do that.
Run the sink.
No, that's bad for the environment, dude.
You're killing turtles.
It's for me.
It's for me.
It's for my cause.
This isn't for the turtles. The turtles can run their own sink.
That's right.
I have a turtle. It's fine. I've done my part.
Oh, you have a pet turtle?
Yeah, it's lived forever. I always think it's going to be dead when I go over next time, but he's turtling.
Sebastian's invincible. So
He can't die.
well, that was very good, Josh.
Oh, thank you.
Is that a question you ask all the guests, or is that just a today thing?
That's
That's
for
just
you.
for you.
Oh, thanks.
Just on my mind. I want to know your poop habits.
Cool.
It's one of those things.
Every day, also.
Every day.
You don't know the habits.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of... Sorry, I gotta say this.
No, you're fine. Fine, please.
Chris, did I ever tell you about... he was also a guy from my mission, because of course he was. His name is Ben Sanner. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I met him.
Oh yeah, you did actually know. But he would poop once a week.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
And when he pooped, it was like, like passing diamonds, And it would take like 30, 40 minutes. It was scheduled. It was like 5 o'clock on Saturday. That's when he poops. It's going to take an entire hour. Our toilet might not be able to handle it because of the density.
He's going to get hemorrhoids. It's crazy.
I didn't know someone did that. It baffled me. I'm very regular. It's like once a day at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, wild.
Well,
I don't know. Some people survive.
that is wild.
Yeah.
But hopefully that has made you feel incredibly comfortable. So we shall see.
I feel like I've gotten to know both of you a lot in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about food, so we got to understand the entire process. Now that we understand the
Great
end, we
point.
can understand the beginning.
Yeah, start
Great
with the
point.
conclusion.
Yes.
Yes, it's like Memento.
It's just like Memento.
Memento.
So, and speaking of Memento and movies,
Oh.
I have a segment called Trent's Rents. And I was just wondering, what movies do you like to rent? Do you rent movies?
I rent them like online.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's acceptable.
What are your like top 5 rents? Recommendations.
Is this like favorite movies or just movies I've rented that were
It's
good?
basically favorite movies.
Oh.
It's just a fun
If you
way to say it.
It's not my favorite, but it is a really good one that I did rent. Arrival.
I just watched that the other day.
It's pretty good. Yeah. I rented that. That was good.
See it. Well, very nice.
I always forget about this movie, but I was just talking about it because I was talking about the book. Into the Wild. I really like that one.
Into the Wild. When was it made?
I've read the book.
I don't know when the movie was made. Early 2000s, I think. But it's about this guy who just kind of like gets rid of all his stuff and just like hitchhikes around the country and stuff. And it's,
Dang.
I don't want to spoil it, but it does kind of end sad. But
Oh no.
it has a lot of really good messages though, and the movie and the book as well. I like both of them.
I've seen pictures of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I haven't seen. I've read the book Into the Wind, which is basically the exact same premise.
Oh, interesting.
He like right out of high school, he gets a big like DUI, and then he sells everything and goes to like South America, and then eventually he ends up in like Taiwan or Vietnam and comes back to the States later on.
Kind of gets going.
Kind of like to humble himself and like find meaning in the world.
Cool.
That's cool. Into the Wild.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I'll have to watch
hitchhiked,
that.
by the way? Speaking of that,
No. I have not. Have you guys?
that's wise. I've hitchhiked. Have you, Chris?
I think I attempted hitchhiking as a child, not understanding how
I feel
to
like
do
we
it.
all do. I have a vague memory of doing that.
I feel like one
know
time I
what's
just
wrong
put my
with kids,
thumb out.
Yeah.
Like I need a ride home.
Maybe I just got unlucky. We all did it, and I was just chosen. I was not assaulted. We had nice hitchhike ride givers, but I remember doing it all the time when I was a kid.
hitchhiked.
Huh.
Oh my gosh, I have actually. Walking from work.
Oh.
I live like 7 miles away from my work, and this like
And he can't drive.
elderly
and doesn't
couple.
have a car.
I don't drive. This elderly couple saw me leaving as they were entering the store, and then they saw me as they were driving home. So they just picked me up and took me home. So it was very nice of them. Very awkward in the car. Because they had a passenger in the back seat.
Oh no.
who was just looking at me. So it was a little awkward, but it was very nice for the customers to take me home.
Wow. You're a valued member of the Rayleigh staff.
I am.
Very nice.
Well, I'm glad you haven't hitchhiked. You might not be with us today if you had, so
Oh.
I'm glad.
That's a good point. Do you have any more movies?
I do. I like movies.
Please
Yes.
Give me like 1 second.
shower us with movies.
I've got my list out. I'm writing these down.
Everything you say, I'll buy on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh boy. I mean, I have a lot on like Letterboxd. I don't know if you guys use that.
What's that?
Yeah, I've used it before.
Letterboxd. It's basically a website where you can like track movies and like rank them, and like you kind of upload. You say like, oh, I watched this today, or oh, I rewatched this if you've seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny to like look at your list and you're like, oh, I forgot that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I love the movie Swiss Army Man.
Oh, I've heard that's so good.
Oh yeah.
It's very good. The music is
the-
phenomenal.
Is that Daniel Radcliffe? Isn't that?
Yes. Yes.
And Paul Dano.
And Paul Dano.
Paul Dano is one of my favorite actors. I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
He scares me.
He scares you?
Yeah. Can you imagine being locked
He's
in a
a
room with
lovable
Paul
guy.
Dano?
No.
Ever since what's the movie with the oil with him and Daniel Day-Lewis?
There Will Be Blood.
Oh,
Can't do
that's
it
a great
anymore.
movie.
It ruined Paul Dano for me.
Oh no.
You should watch him in Love and Mercy. where
I
he
love him
plays
in Love and
Brian
Mercy.
Wilson.
I love
Yeah.
that movie. Very different side of Paul Dano. Not nearly as horrible.
Yes.
So
Yeah, the Beach Boy is not nearly as terrible as the evil prophet in There Will Be Blood.
what a time.
It's a Beach Boys movie, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Love and Mercy, yeah.
Paul Dano and John Cusack play Brian Wilson at like different ages.
Ah.
And it's like takes place during the creation of Pet Sounds,
Cool.
the album.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's an awesome movie.
Sweet. I will look that up.
So that would be Chris's recommends.
Chris, this is not Chris Rents.
I'm sorry.
Shut up.
And then I guess one other one, amazing movie. I think you should watch this out of any of the ones I've said. Is Tam Popo.
Tampopo.
Tampopo.
What's it about? Tampopo.
It is about ramen.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's a really good movie. It's by Juzo Itami, who's a really great director. It's like a good mix of like seriousness and like growth, but it's also like really funny.
Dude, this looks awesome.
It's very good. It's about these like two guys that kind of like go into this lady's ramen shop, and then they're kind of like, all right, let's make it like the best ramen shop ever. And then it's really funny. It's got these like these little like short stories aside from that are really funny. And overall, it's just a really good story. It's very like heartwarming kind of.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I love the description. It just says, 2 Japanese milk truck drivers help a restaurant owner learn how to cook great noodles.
Yes, that's it.
That's wonderful.
It's an amazing movie. It's so good.
That's awesome. If you had to choose, like, if you could only watch comedies, I don't know if you'd classify this as a comedy, but like, if you could only watch comedies or dramas or action movie or whatever, what would you choose?
Like just any genre?
Mm-hmm.
Probably drama, I guess.
Ooh, interesting choice.
Yeah. I feel like if you only watch comedy, it would get kind of like old, I guess. I don't know. I feel
You can only really watch it once.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I feel like it's a big question. I don't really know.
It's hard too, because like so many genres blend in together. Like there's a drama, but it has a little bit of horror and a little bit of comedy mixed in with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's almost more variety you could do with drama than with comedy. Where comedy, it's like the whole thing is, it's like a story, but it's meant to make you laugh. Whereas a drama can kind of be more to that. A drama can also make you laugh, even though it's not funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's not meant to be funny, but there could still be funny moments, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I love that. There's all sorts of like some of the funniest scenes in movies come from parts that aren't supposed to be funny at all. Like in Batman Forever, which is not like a dramatic masterpiece, but there's so many scenes in that movie that just make me laugh out loud. Or like in Batman Returns, when Michael Keaton is just like punching Michelle Pfeiffer in the face, like kicking her off buildings. You're just like, I'm sure I'm not supposed to laugh at this, but it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. So, yeah, no, I agree with you. Those were some incredible recommendations. So thank you, Trent.
Yeah, of course.
I'll watch Tampopo tonight.
Yeah, it's on.
Yes.
I watch it on Criterion Channel.
Criterion.
Okay.
I watch a lot of movies there. It's very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very excited to watch that.
It's probably somewhere else too, but that's where I've watched it. What about you guys? What are your movies? What are your Trent's rents?
Hello. This is what Chris wanted all along.
It's my plan, just to talk about myself. Yeah.
Sip some San Pellegrino. Talk about some obscure movie you like.
I'll let you go first, Josh.
Me? I don't think. Oh man, I've been watching. So this is the thing. My mind is clouded. Okay, not that it's bad, but my wife and I just finished rewatching all the Harry Potter movies. So like that's all that's in my brain.
Gotcha.
But the last movie we watched before that I think was Arrival, which was good.
Yeah.
But man, I don't watch any good movies. I come to you guys for that. That's the problem. I just watch whatever.
Futon talks.
Yeah. I know I've been not wanting to watch anything related to Batman, so I guess I can Trent not recommend any Batman movie because I'm sick of it at this point. But we've covered like 5 of them on the channel, and we have to do the Nolan ones, and I can't stand it.
Gotcha.
I'm broken. So
too much
broken
Batman.
as Michelle Pfeiffer. But what's your recommendation, Chris? You actually watch movies, so
Yeah. First one that comes to mind is High Anxiety. It's an old comedy, a Mel Brooks comedy from the 70s, where he spoofs Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Oh.
And
that
was a childhood favorite, and watching it now as like an adult, it's hilarious. I can't like I don't know if you need to watch Hitchcock movies to get it, because I didn't as a kid and I still thought it was funny. But if you're a fan of Hitchcock, it's hilarious.
Cool.
And then there's a movie, a Woody Allen movie that I really like called Play It Again, Sam. And I mean, I don't know how else to describe it other than just saying it's a Woody Allen film.
Gotcha.
Let's try to think of one more. I think I just gotta go with Talented Mr. Ripley, man.
Never go wrong with that.
Yeah, I love that movie so much. It has Jude Law and Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and it's
I've heard of the last two, but I haven't seen them.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Producers with Matthew Broderick?
No.
It's pretty funny. It's
a musical.
It's a musical, but it's like making fun of musicals. You know?
Oh, nice.
It's pretty good.
Perfect.
But it's not for everybody. It was definitely made in a time, and it was like purposefully offensive. That was like kind of the point of it. These two producers try to make a movie that'll like flop, or they try to make a play that'll flop because it's so offensive. And so they make it about Hitler and like an alternate reality where like Hitler wins World War II and he's like flamboyantly gay and stuff. But people end up loving it. And it's hilarious, but I feel like it could be it was offensive when it was made, and I think today it's only aged in a way that is not favorable to it.
Gotcha.
But it's
Yes.
a funny movie though. The Producers with Matthew Broderick. Simba from The Lion King.
Oh
yeah.
I want to say Mel Brooks made The Producers also.
Oh, did he?
I think so. I could be wrong though.
Mel Brooks has got his lands and everything.
The little greedy hands.
That's right.
Do you guys like musicals?
I like some of them. Like, I mean, I like the standard ones. I really like Fiddler on the Roof. I like Les Mis. But I don't know. I'm definitely not like super. Like, I don't know the obscure ones. I only know like the really famous ones. I like Sweeney Todd. You know, I think it's cool. I like The Producers. But I don't know. How do you feel about musicals?
I like musicals.
That's good.
Yeah, Sweeney Todd's good. There's one that I really like called Assassins.
Ooh.
And it's just really well done. It's about people who have assassinated presidents or attempted to, but it's in a comedic way, so it's really interesting.
That's cool.
I'm a big history buff, so like I really enjoyed it. It's just like kind of paints some like caricatures, and because some of the people that like attempted to assassinate presidents were just absolute lunatics.
Yeah.
So like it's a really interesting play. There's that one. Kind of in a similar vein. It's also a historical one. It's called Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. And I've never seen it, but the music is like, some of the songs are really great. Some of them are a little offensive because it's Andrew Jackson, but other than that, like some of the songs are really good.
Oh, that's cool.
Like,
was that out before Hamilton?
I think so.
Like, I know they're different people, obviously, but
yeah.
One
One of my friends, I think his high school did it, and that's how I learned about it. And that was before Hamilton, so
yeah.
I think so. It's probably a little older. I don't know when Assassins was written, but those are some good ones I like.
Yeah,
I like Rent. I like Rent too.
Oh, I've never seen Rent.
Oh. It's pretty good. I like a lot of the music. Yeah.
Do you like plays or musicals more?
Ooh.
Because that's a big one. Like, that's pretty hard. That's almost like saying comedies or dramas, but...
Oh, man.
Because, like, I love Death of a Salesman. It's probably one of my favorite plays, which is a standard answer, but it's so good, you know? There's so many great plays. All the Shakespeare, obviously, is all plays.
I don't like Death of a Salesman at all.
You don't like Death of a Salesman?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I had to write, like, a 30-page paper on it, like, a semester ago, so I, like, fell in love with it.
Oh, man.
Might be Stockholm Syndrome, though.
It could be. I remember we had to read that. I think that was one of the first plays I read in my freshman year of high school, and I was like, I thought it was so boring. I hated it so much. But oddly enough, I love Shakespeare, and a lot of people don't like Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare.
Oh, what's your favorite play?
Oddly enough, it is Henry IV Part 1. It's oddly
That's so
like
cool.
I remember I took a Shakespeare class in college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I did, but I really enjoyed it. I'm a big English nerd. But I ended up taking it, and it was like, you know, it had like on the syllabus, it was like, oh, you know, we'll do Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, blah, blah, blah. And then one of them was like Henry IV Part 1. I was like, that just sounds boring. It sounds boring, but it's weirdly funny. Yeah. Like,
have you read Henry V?
I have not.
Oh, it stops being funny. Because it's weird, because it's like Henry IV Part 1 and 2 are comedies, and then like the fifth one is like, let's kill some children. It's just oh my gosh. Spoiler alert.
Oh, geez,
but that's awesome though. I've never read Part 1 and 2 of Henry IV, so.
Oh, you got it.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna
watch
watch Tim Popo and read Henry IV at the same time.
I have it up there. I've got some of my favorite books on the shelf. It's right here.
Oh, that's cool.
Henry IV Part 1.
Hey.
Hello. So I didn't realize you're a big book man. I feel like you're a Renaissance man. No one reads books anymore. I mean,
I don't have time to read anymore, but yeah,
that's the problem.
I do like to read. But
if you could recommend one book, what would it be? I mean, would it be something like Henry V Part 1?
Oh boy. If you like Shakespeare, yes, but I don't think that would be my one main recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh geez, there's so many. I'm a big Ray Bradbury fan. He's my favorite author.
Oh, I've heard he's great.
Ray Bradbury, I love him. So probably like Fahrenheit 451 is like classic. Everyone knows that one, I think. But I really like The Illustrated Man by him. It's like a collection of short stories, and I think his writing really works. His like sci-fi writing really works well with like those kind of short stories. I like Ray Bradbury.
That's awesome. I've got a running list now, so
a laundry list.
Yeah,
I like it.
Trent recommends every type of media.
That's right. That should be a new segment. That's good.
Books, plays, musicals. Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
If I could recommend one book?
Yeah, recommend a book. Let's do it.
Here we go. What you got? It's called Calvin. It looks more dumb than it is. It's got like awful artwork for the front. But have you guys ever read Calvin and Hobbes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have like a major soft spot for it in my heart because my dad, he was at school when I was growing up. It's like never saw him. He was in the military. But what we always did together was we would read Calvin and Hobbes comics every night. Anyways, it's a really short book, but it's about this kid who develops schizophrenia, but he doesn't really know if he is or not. And so he's going through all the symptoms of schizophrenia. His name is Calvin, and he starts to see, visual and audio hallucinations of Hobbes. And so what he tries to do is he tries to go to Bill Watterson, who's the author of Calvin and Hobbes, and tries to get him to write Hobbes out of existence. Anyway, it sounds bizarre, but it's so good. It's like such a tearjerker. And I think it's also a really cool view into mental illness because so many people have totally misconstrued like understanding of schizophrenia, and especially schizophrenia and depression and stuff. But it is so good. It is like fantastic. You can read it in a day. It's super short and it's really powerful. So if I were to recommend one book, it'd be Calvin.
Cool.
Look at us with our little book club. This is so nice.
Hey.
That or Crime and Punishment, but that's really depressing, so don't read that.
I've got a depressing one.
I'll fill that void too.
Oh, Chris, I see what you're reaching for.
I got Cormac McCarthy's The Road.
Yo, I like that one.
It's so good.
Depressing.
One of my favorite books. Oh, it's so good.
It's so well written.
I love his writing, how minimalist it is. He barely uses any proper grammar at all.
It's like real life.
But it just works because it's just about a father and a son during the end of the world, and that's all there is to it. They don't even have names. It's just the boy and the man. And that reflects on the writing, and it's a very special book. So everyone should go read it.
Cool.
Make sure you have some sick days for the depression afterwards.
I first read this when I was 11 or 12, I think.
Did your dad get it for you like on your birthday?
Like when the movie came out, yeah. That's good.
His parents bought him all sorts of inappropriate gifts for his age as he was growing up.
Depressing apocalypse book.
I remember I got so excited when we got Ken Burns' The Civil War, the documentary series. Well, I think one quick last segment, and it's just, do you have any traditions? We call it Trent's traditions. Do you have anything that you do that might be odd to other people that you just do?
Like daily or?
Yeah.
Could be annual. Could be daily.
Annual.
Could be semi-weekly.
Um.
And if you need to think about it, we could go, and then you could go, and we could do it however you want.
If you guys can go, that'd be good.
Yes,
I
Josh.
can't really think of any.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to think. I know that most of our traditions are like pretty lame, but I know that Chris, you hate this, but the Jell-O that my family makes on Thanksgiving is very special to me. It makes him vomit, but he's an idiot, so he's wrong. Have you ever? So Jell-O, I think on Thanksgiving is a thing, but the way we do it is we take the hot boiling Jell-O, we put it in a blender with like frozen berries, and then we turn it on high and let it like get tons of bubbles in it, you know? Mm-hmm. And then we pour it into a little pan and put it in the fridge, and it hardens, but it hardens with the fluffy bubbles in it. So when you eat it, it's like they all pop in your mouth, and you have like a couple seeds, and you have like the bits of berry and the Jell-O mixing, and you put some whipped cream on it. It's beautiful. So that's any holiday, like Christmas or Thanksgiving. It's at the table every time. And that's, I guess, a slightly weird tradition of ours. Chris doesn't agree, but he has no taste. So what's one of yours, Chris?
I love to cook a turkey on Thanksgiving and a week after Thanksgiving. I've done it for the last 4 years. I don't know. It's just
where are you getting these turkeys?
Double turkey.
From Rayleigh's.
Oh, yeah.
I work at a grocery store. But I have taken the mantle of the person who makes the Thanksgiving dinner from my mom. I fought her for it.
You wrested from her.
So that's been my most recent one.
I think the real question is, why stop at 2?
Good point.
Why doesn't it keep going? You don't do cranberry with turkey, do you, Chris?
No, of course not.
You're pathetic.
Of course not. I'm sorry, Trent. Trent. I'm sorry, Trent.
I like it both ways. I like it canned and homemade. I love cranberry.
Cranberry's fabulous.
Cranberry juice. I love that stuff. I love cranberries.
I love cranberry juice. For some reason, I think it goes back to the Jell-O thing. I don't like the gelatinous feeling.
Oh, whatever.
I think it's just a texture thing.
What about actual cranberries?
You know what? I don't think I've ever had a cranberry.
They're not great.
Yeah.
They're not great by themselves.
Don't they like grow in like fields of water?
Yeah. Cranberry bogs.
Maybe I don't like cranberries. Maybe I'm with Chris.
They just grow in the water, I guess. People use these big rakes to get them all.
Oh, that's right. I've seen the commercials where they make the juice.
Where they make the juice. I feel like the juice is actually just the bog water that they grow.
Yes.
I've been thinking of my tradition this whole time. I don't know. I don't think
if you don't have one, that's fine.
There's no need.
Oh no, I kind of do. It's almost like a New Year's resolution, I guess. This year, every month, I want to do at least one painting.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm not like an artist. I don't really have any background with painting, but it's oddly cheap to get paints and supplies. So I was like,
yeah,
why not? Try and do like one a month. Like that's not a crazy amount. It takes like 1 or 2 hours a month. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty doable. So I've done 2 already.
That's great.
So
You're keeping
I
up.
want to do a little more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was trying to do that with books right now. So you've added to my list for that too. So good.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
One last tradition I have is that whenever I go to Denny's, it's at 2 a.m. So let's talk about breakfast.
Yeah.
We made it.
Finally. We finally made it. And I kind of just want to jump onto this yogurt thing you were talking about. Why don't you like yogurt?
I don't know. I don't like yogurt.
What do you have against Jamie Lee Curtis?
The taste? The feeling?
It might be the texture. You were talking about texture with the Jell-O, so I don't know. I think it might just be the texture. I don't think it I don't know. I'm not a big dairy guy overall, so it's kind of that too.
Do you include cheese in dairy?
I do like cheese.
That's what all the dairy dislikers say. I dislike dairy, but I like cheese.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like milk or yogurt or...
I don't remember the last time I drank milk.
Yeah.
My wife
like by itself,
drinks milk.
yeah. It's an odd... What an odd thing to do, honestly. I'm going to go get a tall glass of milk.
I used to drink it all the time when I was a kid, but I can't. I can't anymore.
I don't know what
It's
happened.
only for growing boys.
Only for growing boys.
Only for growing boys.
Were you, like, in the pre-no milk era, were you guys 2% or whole? Or 1% even?
Blue.
Whole milk.
Blue, and that's
blue,
2%.
The blue cap.
Okay.
We were the orange cap.
Hello.
The orange cap family.
You liked it whole.
Or red cap.
Red is whole.
Oh, I do like whole milk with cereal. I'm not a huge cereal guy, but if I ever have cereal, whole milk.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's just jump right into that. What kind of cereal do you like?
I like Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you let it get soggy or do you eat it really fast?
Moderately fast. I do like the crunch at the beginning, but a little bit of soggy at the end is okay too.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually weirdly agree with that. I'd never even thought about that before. I would think I was a crunchy man, but I kind of like the evolution that occurs throughout the process.
It's an art form.
It's an art
I
form.
viscerally
Cereal's
disagree
an
with you.
It
It has to be fresh, crunchy the whole time. I have to eat it in like 60 seconds.
That's unnatural.
It's unnatural.
I made it
That's an
natural,
affront
Trent.
to God. It's unnatural. There's
It's an appeal to heaven, Trent.
Yeah.
It's an appeal to heaven.
To cereal.
Do you remember, Chris, taking like mixing bowls and eating frosted mini wheats with me when we were growing up? Straight up like half a box each.
Huge bowl.
Terrible.
Nice.
I don't know how we
salad
did
bowls.
it. By the end, there was mush at the bottom,
Oh.
and we drank it greedily.
Ugh.
What a weird time.
I don't like mini wheats.
Really? Not a mini wheat.
I've grown out of it for sure.
You've grown out of it.
Well, now that I buy my own cereal, yeah, I'm definitely not going out of my way to get frosted mini wheats.
Well, if you could have one cereal forever, what would it be, Chris? And what would it be, Trent?
Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
I
Why'd you
found out
choose
that Apple Jacks is
What?
just prime. It's so good. It never sogs. It always tastes good. Sometimes you get like the rings that stick together to make one long ring, and it's perfect.
Cool.
But yeah, Apple Jacks.
I gotta go Rice Krispies.
Wow.
I know I said Honey Bunches of Oats,
The
but I don't know.
soggiest of cereals.
Yeah.
The loudest of cereals.
It's entertaining. They sing you a little song, and they taste good.
That is a good
Can't
point.
argue with that.
I wouldn't choose either of those bad cereals, but
Those bad choices.
I feel like I'm still a little kid when it comes to cereal. Like definitely something like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or like Captain Crunch.
Oh man, I forgot about Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, Cinnamon
Can I
Toast
change-
Crunch is so good.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah, you can change it.
Join me.
All right. Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah.
That's right, Chris. You're outnumbered.
I guess so.
You know what the weirdest cereal is though? Is like Pops Or the ones that are like shaped like hard corn kernels.
Yeah. I don't
And
get
they
that.
feel like corn kernels, and they're
I don't
like
get that
hard.
one.
They feel waxed too.
Yeah, it's like
I
they're
don't
coated
understand.
in something.
Yeah. I can't go for that.
Bizarre. Or Kicks. I
Kicks are
remember
the same thing.
trying to convince myself that Kicks were good because my mom would get them for like 25 cents a box, you know, because of course my mom would. And I remember just dumping sugar on Kicks. They never got better. They were always just awful.
We need to talk about that later. The things people add to cereal. I guess we'll just. I got this list here. How do you feel about the quick fixes of breakfast? The things that you can buy at the store, like the Pop-Tarts.
Are we doing like the one word thing, or how are we doing this?
Yeah, I guess this is when we'll do the one word about how it makes you feel, or how you feel about it, and how you like it.
So, Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, like Pop-Tarts, like the things you grab it right before you leave to go to work or something.
Does it have to be one word?
No.
It can be a variety. Just convey your feeling.
I view Pop-Tarts as a snack. I don't know. I don't really eat them for breakfast.
Interesting.
I agree.
Yes. But like granola bar is okay for breakfast or something.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah. Pop-Tart is a snack.
I agree with you. I think my word though would be unattainable. I think back to my childhood, and specifically, this is recounting some trauma here. So, like, do you guys remember seeing the toaster strudel commercials, where like they come out of the oven and like they take like the packet and they like luxuriously paste it on top of the toaster strudel? I remember like begging my mom for toaster strudels and for Pop-Tarts, and it came to nothing forever. And then one day she bought off-brand Pop-Tarts, and that was the highest I ever got. Ever since then, it's been downhill. But they're like this special thing that I couldn't have, that American like capitalism instilled in me. This kind of unquenching desire for these breakfast things that I couldn't have. Yeah, unattainable.
Unattainable.
What about you, Chris?
I'm not a fan.
Hello.
Pop-Tarts is something my wife gets all the time, and I think they're just too dry and too sweet for me.
Yeah.
But going to the other like breakfast stuff, I do like toaster strudel. And working at a grocery store, I can just buy my toaster strudel.
Are they good? I
Eat
still
it
haven't
whenever
had
I
one.
want. But I gotta keep it at work though, so not really. I'm not one for like breakfast snacks or anything. Like, I'm not a big granola bar fan. Like, sometimes I'll get like a Kind bar, but again, that's not for breakfast. That's for like a walk or something. Something else.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm more of a meal guy.
Yeah.
And we'll get there.
I'm back.
How do you feel? I sent you a picture this morning, Trent, of my donuts.
Yes.
How do you feel about donuts?
Love donuts. Great.
Great.
That's a good word for them.
Yeah.
Trent recommends donuts.
Great.
Oh, man. Donuts, like...
What kind of donuts do you like?
I like Boston cream donuts. I like blueberry donuts too. Dunkin' has like blueberry donuts, and those are great.
You have Dunkin' over there. We don't have Dunkin' here.
Oh yeah, West
I've
Coast
never seen a
boys.
Dunkin'.
You've never seen it?
I have two in my town.
Wow. We have Krispy Kreme, and it's terrible.
Oh no.
What's your problem with Krispy Kreme? You would not like Krispy Kreme, Chris. That's going on the Chris bingo card. Chris doesn't like Krispy Kreme. Chris thinks it's not good enough. I only buy local made donuts.
That's right. That's what I do.
You make me sick.
It's the only. I don't want a dozen donuts. I want one.
You can buy one.
Yeah.
Very
just don't buy
filling
a
donuts.
dozen.
No, you have to buy 12. They make you.
They force you at gunpoint if you drive up.
Yeah. There are rules.
It's a dozen or more.
Well, I like Krispy Kreme, Chris. I'm not an elitist when it comes to donuts. I'll eat Safeway donuts. And I see in your eyes that you just died a little.
They just show up frozen. They're not even donuts.
Why them being frozen doesn't make them not donuts?
They taste bad, feel bad, look bad.
They're good.
They're bad.
They're good.
Bad donut.
But what's your favorite type then? Because you got Boston cream for you, Trent, and blueberry. What about you, Chris?
I like tiger's tail.
It would be tiger's tail. It's got to be something special for you.
What?
Tiger's
What is
tail.
Tiger's tail is like a twist, and it's like the size of your forearm.
Oh.
You can like hit someone.
Is that a
with it.
donut?
It's great.
Though?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm not sure that's a donut.
If
Chris chose a donut that's not even a donut.
I mean, if you can get a cinnamon roll that like is the size of a frisbee.
Are cinnamon rolls donuts?
Yeah.
I don't know. You
Sure.
you like bake them. I don't think
That's
they're
a
donuts.
pastry.
Boom.
That's just a pastry.
It's just a pastry.
It's just a pastry.
Just a pastry. Ugh.
How do you
No, I
guys
like
feel
cinnamon
about sour cream, like cake donuts?
Sour cream.
That's what they're called, like old fashioned donuts. There's like a bunch of names for them. Old fashioned, sour
yeah, I love
cream.
old
like
fashioned.
a plain.
Yeah,
plain
but
yeah.
they've got like that
Yeah, great.
cakey, moist texture.
Yeah.
I like
Those
that,
are my
yeah.
favorite.
Nice.
Like spongy and dense.
Yeah,
Oh man,
It's
I wanna
actually
get
a
donuts now. This is making me really
Honestly.
hungry.
I know, right?
We're just getting started.
Oh no.
Just the donuts.
Okay. Well, I like. So that is that yours? The old fashioned donut is yours, Josh?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If I could only have one, it'd be that, or like a lemon filled. But you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I love old fashions.
Where do you come down on bagels, Trent?
Good.
Good.
I like bagels.
I've heard you guys have really good bagels on the East Coast. And
Yeah.
that ours are trash.
Oh, I don't know about
Things I've heard.
that. Yeah. I think it's New York is known for bagels. I've never had a New York bagel though, so I can't really attest to it.
Okay.
It's one of those things that New York people like.
New York
That and
people.
their pizza.
Yeah.
But we can't talk about pizza.
Yeah.
Calm down.
But yeah, I get like store bought bagels and I like them. Everything bagel. Like
That's
a good
right.
everything bagel. Everything blueberry. I like everything or blueberries.
nice.
Those would be my two
I was
favorites.
like, oh,
No. I'm a blueberry guy.
Very
I like
nice.
blueberries.
I see that.
Blueberry
great.
muffins too. I don't know if
Oh,
muffins.
they're
I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but
Are muffins on the list?
No.
I
But
love
they should be.
muffins.
oh my god,
I'm a
I know,
big
I'm a
muffin
sinner.
man.
I like muffins. Yeah.
I really like muffins. I've recently started getting like banana nut muffins. And those are really good.
I like
Very
lemon
tasty.
poppy.
Oh yeah.
Poppy seed's great. Oh my
man.
gosh.
Any muffin.
Any
all
muffin.
all muffins are good. I couldn't name a bad muffin.
That is very true.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip
Even
bad.
chocolate chip are great, man.
I don't
Chocolate
like
chip good.
chip.
No.
chocolate chip good.
Chocolate chip bad.
What about like I remember when I was in like elementary school and they would like get the Costco muffins or whatever, you know, just the huge moist ones or whatever. But instead of giving you a full muffin cuz it has like 3 times your daily intake, right? They would cut it into like eighths. It's like a pie.
No. You can't
So it
do
was
that.
like a tiny slice of cake and they
Aw.
would give it to us on like
I mean,
special days.
It's Costco, so of course their muffins have to be like the size of your kneecap. I mean, they're huge.
They're amazing. It's like 4,000 calories for a muffin.
worth
This is
it.
the best. Oh yeah, it is.
Worth it.
But how do you feel about bagels, Chris? I know you're a big bagel man.
Everything bagel's great. I like the way my wife makes them. She'll put a little oil on a pan and then flatten them down and
Oh.
kind of grill them a little bit,
Oh.
and they're fantastic.
Grilled bagel.
Like there's like a thin
Interesting.
everything bagel. It's very good.
Cool.
But I also like my bagels as a bagel sandwich.
Mhm.
You know, with eggs and bacon,
Oh yeah.
mayo. How do you like? I see the squint.
Not for breakfast.
How do you feel about bagel sandwiches?
Bagel sandwiches are good.
Okay.
I like a breakfast
But no
sandwich.
mayo.
Not for breakfast, no.
Not for breakfast.
Mayo is a lunch thing.
Wow, interesting.
I like the insanity of putting mayo on eggs.
What do
on
you?
a sandwich?
Because it is like an egg-based product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eggs on eggs.
Makes me feel good.
Having like, I know it's not breakfast food, but like fried rice with like pieces of chicken and also pieces of egg in it is fun.
Oh yes.
The full cycle.
Yeah. Egg is like the true bridge between all the different meals.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Even into dessert, you know, you got like flan. Mm-hmm. That's like 90% egg.
Cake.
Eggs are the best.
Yeah.
Eggs are the best.
Speaking of which.
Eggs.
How do you like your eggs?
Over easy.
Oh, okay. I like that. You like yolky.
Yes. If it's...
Yolk is great.
There's a caveat.
No.
Over easy if it's with something, like toast or sausage or something. But if it's by itself, scrambled.
So you dip it and stuff. Yeah.
That makes sense.
By itself, it'd have to be scrambled, though. Poached is good, too.
When you scramble, how do you prepare the eggs? I like so much goes in to cooking eggs. Like, I want to know your scrambled egg process when you make them for yourself. Because I'm extremely particular.
I put usually 2 in a mug with a little bit of milk, and then with a long fork or whisk, you whisk it up. Get that stove hot. You pour it on with butter on the stove, not cooking oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
Cook it up and then stir it up a little bit, and yeah.
Interesting. I wonder
That's exactly how I make mine.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Do you do you put cheese in your eggs?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's good. I'm proud.
For special occasions, I'll add cheese. Sometimes it's too much work for
Christmas and
too much
New Year's.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me,
Thanksgiving, you know. Valentine's Day's coming up. I'm gonna do it. So.
Wow, you're saving cheese for that, huh? I've been saving this for weeks. My dad. I don't know if this is true for you guys, but I know that for me, my mom was good at cooking dinner, lunch, anything like Thanksgiving. She was like the main cook. But my dad, he was in charge of breakfast. No one else can do it like him. His scrambled eggs, they're divine. If he's going to make juice, somehow it just tastes better. I don't know what it is. And then I, married my wife several years ago, and my father-in-law makes like the best breakfast burritos I've ever had, and he makes the most scrumptious pancakes ever. And I'm curious, like, is that a common experience? Are dads like just breakfast gurus?
No.
I know your dad isn't. I don't think I've ever seen him near the kitchen, Chris.
I don't think my dad cooks at all.
Was that your experience, Trent, or no?
It's my mom. She's really good at breakfast.
Oh. Yeah. I just have some special dads.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. I know that for me, my secret is to cook scrambled eggs extremely slowly. I cook it at like low heat. When you put the butter on, it should bubble up a little teeny bit, but it should hardly make any noise. And it should take like 10 minutes for the eggs to get done. And that way, you don't want to see any white. The entire thing a pure yellow. I'm telling you, it's magical.
When are you ever seeing white?
If you scramble eggs and they're too hot, you're going to see white, Chris.
Really?
If you don't mix them up enough, yeah.
Yeah, there's separation of color.
I mixed them up a lot.
Yeah.
That whisking, that was like a quarter, not even a 16th of the length of time. That should be like a minute. You got to mix it up for like a minute.
I just put it in a blender.
Blender, yeah.
I cook my eggs super fast.
What was that, Chris?
Like, I cook my eggs super fast, and I get the butter I brown that butter for sure.
I'll show you the way.
Really hot.
I'll make you eggs. I'm going to change you. I'm telling you, it's special.
You can't change me.
You But what's the next one, Chris?
Next one, I think, deals with eggs. And it's crepes.
Huh.
You come down on crepes.
Don't have them a lot.
Okay.
I probably had them like 5 times in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel
I'm
like
big on crepes.
They were good though.
they're good.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's un-American of you to make crepes. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel right doing it. I feel like I'm betraying my country. I could just make a pancake. Thicken that bad boy. Be a true American, you know?
Yeah.
But crepes are good. My in-laws love them, and we make them whenever it's like, you know, it's like in April. There's like a whole week where we make them every day. But
it's a nice tradition you have.
yeah,
there.
that is a weird tradition, actually, now that I think about it.
Crepe week.
Crepe week.
Crepe week.
It's very crepey.
It's the same week as Shark Week.
Same week as Shark Week. We just sit there, take time off of work, watch Shark Week, and eat crepes. But no, I prefer pancakes. I'm not going to lie to you. Even though crepes may be better, I think I prefer pancakes for some reason.
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I usually don't go. I definitely don't go out of my way to eat crepes or make them. My wife will make them, and they're divine. She just uses butter and brown sugar, or not brown sugar. Sorry, ugh, that's so disgusting. Butter and cinnamon, and
Sure sounds amazing.
just rolls it up like a taki or something, and they're great.
Cool.
But there was we had a restaurant in Chico. It was called Crepeville, which is a terrible name. It sounds like a really bad Facebook game.
What does?
Yeah.
But they would make quote unquote gourmet crepes, and they would like they'd be like, here's 2 crepes with, you know, sugar and cinnamon and walnuts, and it's $20.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh my gosh,
You make me
terrible.
sick.
They went out of business. Thank goodness.
What a surprise.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, Crepeville.
I've learned that gourmet just means Nutella most of the time.
Nutella and strawberries. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that, really. That's too much still.
Mark it off on
It's
your
like with
bingo
the chocolate
cards.
chips.
It's too much for Chris. Nutella's too much.
Too much.
Have you ever had Eggs Benedict?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have never had it.
Oh,
Really?
So good. It's
good.
very good.
What is it?
It's hollandaise sauce.
Poached egg
Yeah.
Poached egg hollandaise sauce. Okay.
on an English muffin. That's toasted
Hollandaise. I
usually.
think hollandaise has like lemon, I want to say, in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like kind of sweet-ish with a little sour.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has lemon.
Yeah,
I'm going to feel
it's-
like a big dummy if it doesn't.
It's got lemon or like lime with like yolk and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'll have to try
It
it.
tastes really good.
It's double the
usually-
yolk.
Mhm.
So.
Usually on like toast or English muffin or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Hollandaise is
What
phenomenal.
about fruit salads?
Fruit salad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said salad. I was like, what?
Who are you?
Where do you
Salad,
keep eating
Trent.
salad?
Salad.
No, fruit salad. I love fruit. Fruit salad, very
Fruit
good.
is great, but is it the best eaten as a fruit salad?
What is fruit salad? Like, illuminate me. Make sure I understand. Like
When I was a
ambrosia?
child, no. When I was a child, a fruit salad was just like random fruits like grapes, cantaloupes,
I know what you mean.
bananas, and oranges or whatever.
Just
You
like in a
mix it
cup.
all up. Yeah, pretty much.
Is that even a food? Or is that just like,
That's what I'm asking. Like, what's the deal with fruit salad?
that's just a bowl of fruit?
Yeah.
Like, is that a fruit salad or is that just, but is that not what salad is? It's just a bowl of vegetables.
I don't know, because
Yeah.
fruit salads, I haven't seen a fruit salad in my adult life so far.
Well, I
It
think
was definitely a thing as a
You gotta
child.
make one.
they're a relic of the past.
You can make one.
That's what
But I'm
this
not
should
gonna
be. It
do
should
that
just
if
be a
I
video
want
of
an
Trent
orange. I'm just
making a
gonna-
fruit salad.
I'm just gonna eat an orange or a banana.
But what if you want both in the same bite?
I think, allow me to moderate, fellas. I think a fruit salad would. I think it's better if it's a big fruit that you can't really eat by itself, like cantaloupe or watermelon or something. If you mix it together in like a little portion, it's better. I guess you could do slices of watermelon or cantaloupe.
Yeah.
No, but it's better all mixed together.
I have a melon joke for you, by the way, Trent.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of these fruits, I don't have a chance to do this very often, so now that it has presented itself, I must. Why did the two melons get married?
I know the answer.
What is it?
It's something cantaloupe.
That's right, because they cantaloupe. That was
good.
Good joke.
I don't remember if someone told me that or if I thought I was really clever coming up with it.
You made it.
It's been in my mind for years.
You're the inventor.
I think you made it, yeah.
I am. I'm proud. But I think your theory is correct. Do you think in the beginning, when they made the fruit salad, they used the husk of the cantaloupe? Because I feel like that kind of would elevate it for me. That
makes sense.
Because it's like a little bowl. You know what I mean?
Like hollowing out a half cantaloupe.
They hollow it out.
Like a bread bowl.
Like a bread bowl.
Oh.
Cannibal.
That's a good idea.
A cannibal. No. No, I think you're right. They suck. I'm not a fan of fruit salads. I want my fruit the way I want it. I don't want it willy-nilly combined in the husk of a cantaloupe. I can't get behind it.
I'll have to eat one as an adult. It's been 15 years since I've had one.
I mean, I haven't eaten an apple for years, so I don't know. I've probably forgotten the taste of fruit.
Dear Lord.
It's outside of our budget. No.
You know what's really cheap? Potatoes.
Yeah, they are.
Potatoes are good.
I love potatoes.
Food.
Potatoes are king.
Yes. So versatile. The versatility.
I know.
No one talks about the versatility.
If they don't, they're fools.
They're like the working force of breakfast foods.
The blue collar food.
They make things work.
Hash browns, fry them.
Breakfast country potatoes.
Breakfast mashed potatoes.
Oh.
Have you ever had a latke?
Yes.
Yeah,
I love latkes.
It goes on forever. Mashed potatoes are the best. As in just potatoes in general are the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The French fry.
The French fry. The potato wedge.
I don't like the scalloped potato.
You don't like
scallop? I can't go for scalloped potatoes.
Why?
I do.
Maybe the ones that have been made for me have just been really bad.
Like funeral potatoes.
That didn't sound good.
What?
Is that not what they're called where you guys are?
I've never heard that phrase.
Really? Yeah, they're called funeral potatoes.
No.
Apparently, I'm from a region that had so many funerals that it was a staple at them. So, no, yeah, that's what we call them. We call them funeral potatoes because they're like scalloped with cheese and then like a bechamel or whatever over the potatoes, the creamy sauce. It's good.
Huh. What does that have to do with funerals?
Yeah, what does that have to do with a funeral?
I think it's because there were so many people dying that whoever was in charge of making the food had to do something cheap.
Okay.
Potatoes. So they would just bring it every time to every funeral, and so they became known for it.
Sounds like a bad omen. It's like this guy keeps bringing these scalloped potatoes and people are dying.
Maybe he's killing them. The potatoes are, causing the next death.
He's just making excuses to make these horrible potatoes.
Hey, welcome to the neighborhood. I brought you some scalloped potatoes.
They're not
extra cheese.
Yes.
Well, very Chris. Good. I didn't know you would disagree with everything on the entire list.
That's what I do. What do you drink with breakfast?
Water
and
coffee.
Drink? Water and coffee?
Yes.
I'm not convinced it matters. I could drink anything with breakfast. And I know I feel like no one would ever agree with me. I know the answers are like milk, coffee, orange juice. But I'll drink anything. I'll drink a Zip Fizz. I'll drink plain water. I'll drink like powdered whatever. I'll drink anything.
Lemonade.
Ooh, lemonade. That's a good one. Fresh squeezed orange juice is obviously next level, but that's built into me from my father.
Gotcha. I'm a big water guy. I drink a lot of water, but I love coffee. So those two.
Oh, good choices. What about you, Chris?
Go.
You know, do something.
You're gonna have to add it to the bingo card. I don't drink with breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
I usually don't drink with meals.
Maybe that's why you think toaster strudels are dry.
That's not
It's because
good
you
for
just
you.
don't drink anything with it.
It means they're
that's
dry,
not
and
good.
you need something to
Yeah.
moisten it up in your mouth.
It's good for
I don't
the
understand.
digestion to drink something with a meal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris.
Take a couple bites, drink a sip of water.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Chris thinks moisture should be built into food. He only eats soup.
Oh, I love soup.
Soup is great. No, I feel like my main reason is I don't want to distract from all the flavors of the food.
That had to be your
Watering it
reason.
down. it just is. It's the only thing I can come up with that I don't drink while I'm eating. Or maybe because I was talking about how I eat cereal so fast. I do just eat food really fast. Maybe I just eat so fast I can't even get drinking. You know?
Oh.
Just don't have a chance.
It's not a chance.
Just can't do it.
I don't think
My hands are going like this, and I can't grab something.
you need a third hand for the water.
You're right.
I don't think I can eat without a drink. Like, I find it really hard to sit down and even eat a snack if I don't have, like, a glass of water with it.
I get that. Yeah.
I don't eat while I drink either.
What? What?
If that makes any sense. I just if I'm eating something, I'm eating. If I'm drinking something, I'm drinking.
So do you like
be?
you only drink in the shower? Like, that's where you get your
It
nourishment?
feels like it. It feels like it sometimes.
Wow.
Huh? Do you not like drink water throughout the day? Or do you just like pour a glass
do.
and then drink the whole glass at once?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you guys do that?
Interesting.
Because, like, my wife will... I know that sounds like a dumb question, because of course you can, but you'd be surprised. My wife will get headaches, and she'll be like, oh, man, we must have eaten something, or, like, I must be getting sick. And we'll be like, okay, well, let's think about what's going on. Like, what did we eat? And like, well, when was the last time you drank water? She'll be like, 2 days ago. You know, like, she never drinks anything. And the thing is, I'll be like, okay, well, drink a couple glasses of water. I feel like that's the standard response. You're dehydrated, let's drink a lot of water. Multiple glasses, perhaps.
Yeah.
She can't get through one glass. And it'll take her 20 minutes to drink like a glass like this big. What's the deal? Can you guys, like, actually chug water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this isn't a skill. This is a deficiency that she has. I don't understand. Like, can Aspen drink, Chris?
Yes, she can. I don't know. I don't watch her while she's drinking.
Look, this is the thing.
What are
I'm
you
not
drinking
watching, but it's impossible not to notice when you're like, all right, drink a glass
I'm
of
watching
water.
Trent right now.
Yeah, I see
That's
how
kinda
much
bad.
is
I
left in that.
need. I'm a regular water drinker.
That's the way to
I
be.
have to.
Good boy.
No, I love drinking water at all times, Chris. Even during meals, like a normal person.
In the car,
If you say so.
on a
In
hike.
the car, on a bike, on a run.
Mm-hmm.
Although I am bad at like spacing things out. Like if I'm drinking something, I will always get rid of it too quickly, if that makes sense. Like I chug everything. I don't mean to, but I can't help it. If I drink something, I drink all of it. I have a really hard time spacing it out.
I see.
I'm sorry.
It's another deficiency.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's a hard life.
Dude, that's kind of twisted.
It's my face.
Kind
It's
of
not what I
messed up.
wanted, but it's what I have.
I get that sometimes with water. Sometimes I'll pour a glass and I'm just like, I need to just drink this whole thing right now. I get that every once in a while, but no, I usually space it out. And I got this a couple hour or so.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
You have so much self-control.
How do you feel about fast food breakfast? Yay or nay?
Good.
Good.
It can be good, yeah. I like Dunkin' a lot. I don't know if that counts as fast food, but I guess it does.
Sure, yeah. Anything with like a drive-through.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
I was thinking about what I was going to say for this episode, and I actually have a very good, nice story about fast food breakfast. So
please,
give it to us.
Just when I was a little kid, I remember my nanny, my grandma, my mom's mom, she would like babysit me a lot, and I just remember she would always bring like the McDonald's pancakes with the hash brown.
Yeah,
and that's just a very pleasant memory I have, is like those flavors. And yeah,
I'm with you there.
That's so good.
I remember I had like one friend in my hometown, and whenever we would like his mom would take us like to Corning or something, we would get McDonald's drive-through, or we would sit down and it would be the pancake platter with the little scrambled eggs, the hash brown, and a little sausage patty or whatever. And yeah, those pancakes with that syrup are so very distinct and unique.
And the syrup,
anything else?
The syrup on the hash brown.
Oh yeah,
good flavors.
Oh yeah.
But now in adulthood, I go to fast food far too often. It's almost a crux, but I love the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin and a sausage McGriddle with no cheese or egg or anything, just the sausage and the McGriddle.
Interesting.
So good.
Cool.
If I get fancy though, I get the chicken McGriddle and I put a hash brown in it.
Wow.
And that's
custom.
That's really good.
Yeah, wow. You're like ordering it like it's a Subway. Putting new things on it.
Yeah.
You're going off the record here. It's kind of scary.
But I mean, that's just McDonald's. There's Wendy's with their new breakfast, and it's pretty good. The breakfast Baconator, which when Josh is in Chico, that's all we get.
Oh, dude, it is
terrible.
It's next level. It is so good. I was a diehard McDonald's breakfast guy. Wendy's is better. It's just better. It's amazing. I can't go back now. But McDonald's does have like a special flavor profile that like makes me think of traveling. Because I think their cheapest menu item is just like a plain sausage egg, or not sausage egg, but sausage cheese McMuffin. And so whenever we would have to drive like really far when we were in the States, always we'd get like 5 or 6 of them for the family, and we just all eat them. So it's like a very distinct memory for me is like those and going on like long trips and stuff.
Very sweet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is very sweet, Chris. You're right.
Is there anything else but Dunkin' that you liked and McDonald's? Do you have a lot of Wendy's out there in the East?
We got Wendy's. I've never had it for breakfast, but I like Wendy's.
Need to go right now.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Let's do it.
In college, I had way too much Wendy's and McDonald's. Oh, I know this is the breakfast episode, but I have a funny fast food story. It'll take like 2 seconds. So like the way my college was set up is there was this weird like hill. Like the college was like here, but then there was like this hill on the side of it, and there was like a McDonald's right at the bottom. And for like a year or 2 years maybe, that McDonald's had a 2 for $5 Big Mac, and I would get that more often than I want to admit, but
it's awesome.
2 for $5. Like how can, oh my God.
It's unbeatable.
Yeah. I would get that a lot.
I don't know why they did this, but the McDonald's here would always have 25-cent ice cream cones between 7 and 8 a.m.
Oh my God.
What? So I would go there and I would just get like 2 ice cream cones.
First thing in the morning? Nice.
That's so weird.
Well, they're 25 cents.
No. Your decision, that was a good decision. It's weird that they offered that. Why?
Yeah, that they chose to do that.
I think it's for like the kids walking to high school to go get an ice cream cone.
But like, they're already only $1. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they could have made it 75 cents or like 50 cents.
No, it's 25 cents.
They
It was
cut
perfect.
so low. That is so
I feel like I was
weird.
the only one getting them too.
It's probably all the
Probably
old,
because it was.
the old ice cream from the day before. Like, we need to get rid of this. It's not
May as
worth
well
it to
make-
throw it out. We have
That
to
kid
just,
right there, 25 cents. Let's give it to him.
Yeah.
Give me a quarter. I'll give you some old ice cream. I feel like nothing hits the spot like a McDonald's ice cream cone. I
Oh,
remember,
for sure.
Oh, I'd get them with my mom at like midnight. We'd go get like $1 Diet Coke and ice cream cone from McDonald's. It was like a potent memory. Those were so good.
Yes. Quick question: would you rather have breakfast for dinner or dinner for breakfast?
Breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way.
Mm.
I feel like I could only
I couldn't
Only
imagine.
breakfast.
Yeah. Having like
forever.
I don't know, like a steak and potato for breakfast? No. I couldn't imagine having
Ridiculous.
dinner for breakfast.
What if you had a steak, potato, and eggs though? Like a breakfast steak.
But a chicken fried steak.
I do love chicken fried steak.
I can't go for that either.
Yeah,
When I
don't
go
know.
to like
It's a classic breakfast food, Chris.
I don't know. I feel I have a very specific meal that I like to get when I go out to like diners and stuff, which that can be our next talking point is diners. But
Ooh.
I always see like the Santa Fe omelets, burritos, and the chicken fried steaks, the 6-ounce sirloin steaks for breakfast, and I see people eating them. I'm like, what's going on here? It's breakfast time.
Yeah.
Those are classic
Steak
breakfast foods.
Maybe to some.
Not for me, no.
It's more classic than a yogurt.
I don't like yogurt.
Chicken fried steak, man. It's like a breakfast staple. Oh, it's so
I don't know.
good. I could eat chicken fried steak the rest of my life. I mean, I die at 40 from it, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Can I confess something?
Yeah.
This is an open place.
I don't know what chicken fried steak is.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get off. No. Chicken fried steak
What
is
is that?
usually like a skirt steak, so it's pretty thin.
Okay. Mm.
And then they throw it in some batter and they fry it like chicken.
Oh. For
Yeah,
breakfast?
chicken fried steak. Yeah, for breakfast.
Oh,
it's
no.
it's a
Yeah,
southern
no.
food, Chris. I'm sorry that you're from the West Coast and you have special pizza that doesn't even have red sauce on it, all right?
And I'm from up
It's a
north.
southern staple.
I'm from up north. We don't eat that up here.
Oh, it's the best. It has like gravy on it. Oh yeah.
That'd be good.
It
That
is
sounds good, but
Gravy-
not a breakfast food.
You guys make me
Sorry.
I can't stand it.
Sorry.
But let's just go straight into diners because I love diners so much. Me and a couple coworkers used to go to the diner right next to Rayleigh's every morning
Mhm.
or once a week. We spent a lot of money at Calico Kitchen. That's what I'm trying to say. And I just love the atmosphere, the smell, the clattering of dishes,
Yeah.
and like all the old guys reading newspapers and stuff.
The smell of coffee
Like-
and
Oh yeah, it's just the way to live. And
And
you
the-
go in there and you get your menu,
Yeah.
looking for like longer than you should, even though you know what you want.
you get the same thing every time.
Yeah, and you have the overbearing waitresses.
But they're all nice and 50. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's classic.
But Trent, how do you feel about diners? Do you go diners often?
I do like diners. I don't go very often, though.
Same.
Do you wish you went more?
Yeah. I wish there were more
Yeah.
local ones.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere in Massachusetts, so
Mhm.
we do have some.
okay.
I do have like one place I would go for breakfast, but I don't know that I call it a diner. If that makes sense,
Mhm.
it's more of like a restaurant that serves breakfast, I guess.
Sure.
But they do other stuff too. But
Yeah, we kind of have that. I think there's one in San Jose that I can kind of think of called Scrambles. It's not a diner. It is like a modern restaurant
yeah,
that just serves breakfast, and it's really weird and off-putting, kind of.
mine is. It's called. I don't know if I think they like moved it or they changed the name, but it was called Burgundy Brook Cafe.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that sounds
I
fancy.
would go there. I would always get the Hungry Hunter meal. I think it was
like
named after
lumberjack
I think like it's Hunter and like the term of like a name because it was like the main chef's son, I think was named Hunter.
Oh,
so that's what it was called. But it was like, it was ridiculous. I don't know how I ate it, but it was like 2 pieces of bread, like toast, 2 pancakes, 2 sausages, 2 eggs, and 2 pieces of bacon. It was like 2 of everything. Yeah.
Trent,
so
that's
good.
nothing.
That's a small
nothing.
meal.
But I would get corned beef hash on the side.
We have the lumberjack over here.
What's that?
That's 6 pancakes.
What?
With
3 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of sausage, 2 pieces of toast.
Why'd they start with 6 and go to 2?
6. Why
Stick
6
with 6.
pancakes?
It's just what they do. It's the lumberjack.
That's like a full meal in itself. Oh my
It's
God.
like the only meal you need for the entire week.
Yeah.
It's so much food.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
But
I
finish
would
it
get
every
mine
time.
and I would just eat that and then maybe have dinner at the end of the day.
Yeah.
One meal.
Pancakes are like so weirdly filling. They blindside me every single time.
Yeah. I get
Like-
that.
Mhm.
If we make them, I'll make like 10, for the 2 of us. And then I'll eat 2 and I'll be like, that's impossible.
You gotta make 3. You gotta make 3 for each.
3. Excuse me.
I like to make a lot of little ones. Like,
Oh,
That's
yes.
nice.
Like little
Make a
silver
lot of
dollar
them.
ones.
yeah. Make a lot of little ones and then you get to eat like 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then still feel bad, but it's cool 'cause you can say you ate 20 pancakes.
Actually, I can say that, but full-size pancakes.
Wow.
And it was at
Oh
a
my
camping trip. We had a pancake eating contest. I was like 10 years old and I ate 21 pancakes.
Oh my God.
Dude, how did we eat so much when we were kids?
I don't know how we did it, but man, did I eat those pancakes. And they were just like the Bisquick, really thin. Just they're not real pancakes.
Mhm.
I love making pancakes homemade from scratch.
What do you
My
put into
wife
your
says that they're
pancakes?
the best. What do you mean?
What do you put into your pancakes?
What do you mean? Like flour, sugar, eggs, baking powder.
Yeah.
Trying to think of something else.
Maybe vanilla or something.
Maybe
Cinnamon.
vanilla.
Ooh,
A little bit of
Cinnamon's
cinnamon's
good.
good. Get that in there, yeah.
Some nutmeg.
I used to use milk, but recently I've used like almond milk or oat milk, and it comes out a little cakier and denser. And I put blueberries in that, and it's very good.
Ooh, that
And then I
sounds
make the homemade syrup, which is always the best.
I feel like I prefer bad bottled syrup.
I
Like,
hate bottled syrup.
I can't stand organic syrup. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Like real stuff. I can't do it.
I love it.
I love it.
I'll take a
From
shot
New,
of it right
from
now.
New
Go
England,
get
I
some.
have to. I have family friends who own syrup businesses, so I can't say bad things. But
You can't say you dislike
legally, I'm not allowed to say bad. No, no, I love homemade syrup from the tap. I've been to
Yeah.
a couple of the places that make it. It's cool. It's a cool process too.
Yeah.
Big
from
room
scratch,
full
very
of
nice.
steam.
Yeah.
How did they do it? Did they just like stick a thing in a tree and let the stuff come out, or like how does it work?
Yeah, you tap the tree and you put like a bucket below it, and then you bring all the buckets to the, I don't know what it's called, the official term, but it's like a big room, and you just like melt it all down to the good stuff.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
it takes like a ton of buckets to make like one bottle, I think.
really.
I don't know. Yeah,
Huh.
like tree sap itself doesn't taste good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I
it's just
definitely thought it just came out of the tree,
No.
like maple syrup.
no, it's like very diluted, so you have to like heat it up a lot and boil off all like the excess water, and then at the end it's just the sugar and like a little bit of water. And it's like the more you do it or the less you do it, the darker or lighter the syrup is, and yeah, it's its whole thing.
Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
fascinating.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Syrup awesome.
I wish we had maple distilleries here in in California.
Mm-hmm.
First, we need trees that haven't burned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the reality we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Syrup.
Man, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, pancakes.
Tragedies.
Um,
What about waffles? Yeah.
waffles. Waffles are good.
Like waffles.
Waffle or pancake?
Waffle.
Yeah, especially like the gourmet waffles that we had in Utah. Those are great. Like the lemon zest waffles.
Did you and I have these together?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
Running through sandy Utah.
Yeah. What a wild time. I don't remember the waffles. I remember almost dying, but I don't remember.
They have waffle trucks there.
They would. So
They do, and we ate them.
How did you almost
We enjoyed
die?
them.
What?
we had some friends in Utah, and we went to go see them on a train because it's like really cheap to travel by train.
Mm.
And we were supposed to be picked up, but we like mixed up times. Like we knew that we were going to be there at 1, but I think Chris and I were under the impression it was 1 p.m. and so were they. But when we started leaving, we realized we'd be there at 1 a.m. But we didn't want to bother anybody, so we looked up like the distance and we're like, we'll just walk. Let's walk from the station in Salt Lake to where they lived in Sandy, which was approximately 26 miles. And we were really stupid, and we should have just called them, but we did it. And we walked forever, and there were like homeless people everywhere and dogs trying to kill us, and we were dehydrated and we were carrying luggage. It was really stupid.
We ate
of us.
McDonald's for breakfast.
And apparently we had a waffle truck that I don't remember.
Yeah.
I only remember watching Rocky IV and passing out for 2 days. You remember that?
Yeah, but
You forgot
different
that
memories,
part.
bro.
It's the same trip. It's the only thing I remember. I forgot the waffle, remembered Rocky.
Okay.
But anyways, excuse me.
Talk about camping breakfast. Do you go camping a lot? Or did you ever?
Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, we went a lot.
There's something special about
Yeah.
the campfire breakfast.
Cooking over a fire, yeah.
Yeah. And like you make the bacon and you put the eggs in the bacon grease and everything, and it's so good.
Bacon
You just
grease.
cook it in foil, or did you like have a pan that you used to cook?
A little cast iron,
Yeah. I think we would use a
little
pan.
guy.
Or
You guys were prepared. We just threw things into foil and just threw it into the fire.
yeah. Now that you mention it, I almost feel like we did that for the bacon. I think.
Oh, I bet
But
that
then
would
we
be good.
Cook the
honestly.
egg on the cook the egg on the
That would
pan.
be good.
Yeah.
I remember going to like a scout camp, and they did those foil meals, and it was the worst thing I've ever had.
Oh.
They just put so much salt in it. It was like just a baked potato with maybe like carrots and I want to say chicken. And
Chicken. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I felt like they put an entire salt lick in that thing. It was so bad, and it turned me off from any foil food at all. But that's dinner, so who cares?
Yeah.
I remember trying to cook eggs in it, and I don't know why we even tried. Because the oil or the foil gets all like crinkled, so the egg, like you lose half your egg in the crinkled foil.
Yeah.
We were just too dumb to figure out how to fold in a better way, I guess.
Do you have any memories of having breakfast at friends' houses and being kind of weirded out by what they did? Because I have one if you want to think about it for a little bit.
I don't really think I have any. I just remember the first time I had the like peanut butter Reese's cup. Reese's
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, yeah.
Reese's Puffs, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was always... We never really had sugary cereals at my house. So it would just be like, you know, like Honey Bunches of Oats, Rice Krispies, Mini Wheats, which I don't like anymore. Stuff like that. So like the first time I was at my friend's house and we had like this really like sweet, chocolatey peanut butter breakfast, I was like, you have this like every day? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
I remember
That's
that
really
with like going to friends' houses and having like chicken nuggets.
Oh,
like Dino Nuggets. It was just normal, and I was like,
yeah.
what reality
had
is
those,
this? Like,
Fish
the
sticks are so
luxury.
weird.
Yeah.
I remember going to my friend's house, and they were kind of like you, Trent. They didn't really have sweet cereals, so all they had were classic Cheerios, which I despise now.
Oh no,
they make
All
me gag.
Cheerios are good.
I like them.
Not all Cheerios. Calm down. But they would, they got me a bowl of these Cheerios. I was like, okay, I can understand the Cheerio. But then he pulled out a bucket of sugar.
Oh,
and took spoonfuls and put it in my cereal.
Heck yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? And it's disgusting because at the bottom you just have this inch-thick goop of sugar and milk.
That's your fault for not stirring, my friend. That sounds like a you problem.
You can't stir out that much sugar.
Yeah, you can.
It was so much sugar, dude. And like thinking back on it, like I kind of did that as a kid, but I would just use honey.
Honey.
If I didn't have
cereal?
if I just had regular sugar, or not sugar, Cheerios, yeah, just drizzle a little honey on top and stir it in.
Okay.
I'll just make honey nut Cheerios.
Yeah.
I remember doing that with Splenda packets, which I feel like are not a thing anymore, but we would always have like a giant thing of Splenda packets. And whenever we had like Frosted Flakes, which is probably actually my favorite cereal. I love Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes are really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember putting like 5 packets of Splenda onto my Frosted Flakes. And I liked the sugar goop at the bottom. That was the little dessert. Oh, scoop that into my mouth. It was wonderful.
I've never been a sugar cereal guy, I guess. Like actual sugar, not... I do like sugary cereals, but the actual sugar...
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
I don't know what gave us the idea, but our parents shouldn't have let us keep doing it. But apparently they did. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I feel like if you want sugary cereal, just get sugary cereal. Don't pour sugar into like a normal bowl.
I don't know, man.
I kind of got one. I got one last one, and it's making breakfast foods, or I guess any foods if you didn't make breakfast foods, but for your significant others or girlfriends or anything like that. Do you have any specific thing that you made to like lure these women?
To lure these women.
I am single. I do not have.
Have you ever made food for a significant other?
Yes. Yes, I
Anything
have.
in particular?
I remember making like homemade hash browns a lot, and it was the first time I tried it, but it worked really well. It's like doing like eggs, but then also doing like taking a potato and then like with I think we used a cheese grater and just like grating it.
Yeah, man.
And then kind of making little patties and frying it up. I remember that.
Dang,
That's
that
good.
sounds so cool.
Yeah.
I never thought to use a cheese grater.
I think that was all we
makes
had
so
at the
much
time.
sense.
I was like, I think that's how they do it.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, how do they make the cut so small?
I remember, I don't know, have you guys ever played Stardew Valley?
Yeah.
That game? Yeah. I think there's like a breakfast called Complete Breakfast, or there's a food called that, and we made that, and it's like eggs, hash browns, and pancakes, and you take those and it makes a complete breakfast. So we made that for, I think, dinner. I remember making that.
That's the best.
Yeah. That was cool.
Nice.
Eggs, homemade hash browns, pancakes. Yeah.
My wife's preferred breakfast is just bacon, so
Just bacon.
she doesn't like eggs very much. She's insane.
That's weird.
She can eat like half an egg, and then she's done. And then she just wants to eat bacon. But she'll eat like a whole plate of bacon. Or crepes. She likes sweet breakfasts, like French toast especially. She loves French toast. So I guess I should make that for her. It's Valentine's Day in 2 days. So good ideas, guys. Thank you.
Well, what about you, Josh? Did you ever make anything in particular?
I mean, I'm definitely the cook of the house. Like, she doesn't cook at all. I do all the cooking. I do everything in the kitchen. So
I do everything.
I do everything in this relationship. No, she's awesome. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to think of something when you literally prepare every meal. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's like, but I guess for her, the special thing would be something like French toast. Or no, chicken nuggets. Yeah, that's the special occasion thing when I make homemade chicken nuggets. When I like fry them up, cut them up, make my batter. And then I have a special sauce I make for them.
Ooh.
That's the
secret sauce.
The anniversary meal. No.
Oh.
But that's the thing. That's the special meal for sure, now that I think about it.
Cool.
What about you, man? You make her a turkey?
No. When Aspen and I first started dating, I would make this abomination of a sandwich, but it's fantastic. I would make breakfast potatoes extra crispy, and then I would scramble the eggs in the potatoes and make it like this goulash thing.
A goulash.
And then I would toast sourdough and then put mayonnaise on it and then put the eggs and potatoes on the piece of bread. And for some reason, like, I don't like ketchup or barbecue sauce usually very much, but for some reason, spicy barbecue sauce worked really well for this sandwich. Just a little drizzle, not a lot. It's not the star of the show, but you just drizzle a little bit on it, and it was the worst thing for you, but it was perfect.
It's a lot of flavors.
It just worked so well.
Interesting.
It all just melted into this eggy, tangy
potato-y
thing that would just
a lot of carbs.
So many carbs. It was disgusting to eat. Like, I would be eating it and she would be too. It's just like all over our faces because the sandwich is like this thick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
wow,
that's what I did.
Wow.
Or do.
No wonder she.
Actually, I don't do anymore because it's bad for you. Closing us out here really quick. Just go around the room. Trent, what's your go-to breakfast? What's your favorite thing?
Just like favorite or most
yeah,
common?
like if you were to make breakfast for yourself, what are you making?
Probably just over easy egg, 2 sausage, and a piece of toast with butter.
I like it.
That is a
classic.
simple but beautiful meal.
What about you, Josh?
Chicken fried steak with like 3 eggs done my way. That's literally it. Oh, and then obviously like country potatoes. I like hash browns, but I much prefer country potatoes with like pepper and onion and stuff. So that'd be me.
Yeah, very nice.
I'd add a coffee to mine.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's too late, Trent.
No,
you made your
Your
choice.
time has passed. I would make French toast with crispy potatoes and a little scrambled egg.
Why French toast?
Nice.
What is this?
I love French toast.
French toast's
It's
good.
To me, French toast is the pinnacle. Pancakes are too much.
They're less than
Waffles.
French toast.
No.
I feel like French toast is the thing you mess with the most. You take day old bread and then put crap all over it, and then cook it.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
Do you stuff it like a turkey?
No. Stuffing is only for the turkey. But yeah, I don't know. Waffles are too out of the way. French toast is just so fast and easy. And I just love the cinnamon flavor. It's just so good. Get some nice powdered sugar, homemade syrup, or boysenberry sauce even.
Oh, some
was
huckleberry
delicious.
if you're here in Idaho.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's our show for breakfast.
cool. Very good show.
Trent Lenkarski.
Thank you for having me. I love talking about
It's been
food.
great.
Oh, we loved having
It's
you,
been,
man.
I love
such a
breakfast.
pleasure.
Yeah,
I know we went pretty long, but
that's okay.
we loved
That was
having
awesome.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And if anyone who's listening or watching this far, please go over to Trent Lenkarski on YouTube and Patreon and go subscribe, go follow, do whatever you gotta do, get the word out. He has amazing skits and amazing sketches, and of course, while you're here, subscribe to Futon Talks.
Yeah,
head to futontalks.com or patreon.com/Futon Talks.
Futon Talks
and
Futon Talks.
Give us a little bit on the side.
Yeah.
And what are you doing next, Trent? Like, what's your next project? What's the next thing you want people to know about?
It kind of already started, but like last week, Alex Martins and I started a podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, the Trent and Alex podcast.
I liked it.
It was a very good episode. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks. Yeah, we figured we'd like give it a shot. We don't know how long we'll do it, but it was fun to give it a shot at least. I think we're gonna record tonight, actually, oddly enough.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
You're a busy guy.
2 in 1 day. Yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Other than that,
that's
great.
Yeah.
We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Bye, everyone.